SKTAR 3.
Yes, there we go.
I almost said SKTAR 2 there. Welcome back to SKTAR 3 Top 8. I have joining me on the microphone, of course, my very dear friend, Brian Coontail Schmeling.
There we go.
And we are getting into it right now. It looks like we have ZeRo and Vinny already seated.
They are waiting to go, waiting to rock in bracket as of right now. Vinny has a very rough record against ZeRo, and he's really looking to cover some ground today. He'd love to see if he could finally manage to take the set and fix that set count, because as of right now, I believe he currently has nothing in the win column.
Absolutely. We're getting straight to Battlefield.
All right, now this should be very interesting. As we know, ZeRo, very mechanical and capable of picking apart Nana. Vinny, very innovative and very good at racking on damage when not chain grabbing. So let's see what this will break down into and what the pace of the match will start off into. Oh, and we still get a connection there.
Yeah, I believe Wake Up Attack was probably the correct option there. It just gave him the best chance at getting out of the negative situation. Now, when I spoke to ZeRo before the tournament, before any of the matches had started,
all right,
I asked him, are you ready to win? And he said, as long as I don't run into any ice climbers. So definitely Vinny was not one of the opponents he was looking forward to playing.
Oh, and Vinny,
Good
there
save.
you go. Very clutch save there. Vinny has been ever noted as losing Nana in ridiculous manners against ZeRo, along with her getting gimped so fluidly. So it's always been a rough rap, but as we see here, ZeRo going straight into his ways and keeping Nana well out of the picture. Vinny taking an SD there, unfortunately.
ZeRo definitely did not mean to use down B to regrab the edge, as you can tell from his reaction. And I was noting, whoa, what a risky play. But it paid off.
In some way or another.
Yeah.
But as we see here, so basically everything resets. We have 2 stocks apiece as of right now, and we're going to see who's going to take advantage right as we see Vinny starting to look for those up airs and build up percent.
ZeRo, very smooth, very fluid. I like how he didn't actually take the up air there. He didn't give Vinny a chance to SDI. He instead immediately just went straight for the nair, take the full 18 damage, take the knockback, get them separated and in the air.
An unbelievable knowledge from ZeRo there. Knew that even if Vinny got a solo ice climber down throw, that it was not staled, it would not lead to a chain grab follow-up, and was able to deal with it very appropriately.
That'll be the stock here. Charge F smash will finish it.
And that's that. Vinny looking a little flustered right now, but as always, has the character to make the comeback, just always against the man with such a great record against ice climbers.
ZeRo using rapid platform movement to keep Vinny guessing at all times, while using his special moves to consistently pressure him even from above. Of course, that Mach Tornado hitbox, in addition to the Shuttle Loop up B hitbox, both hit very low and allow him to retreat to other platforms where he can continue using his high mobility to burst and attack ice climbers from different angles while not putting himself in a position to get grabbed. Unfortunately, Vinny does not make the correct read. Well, unfortunately for Vinny, rather. He doesn't make the correct read there. Doesn't manage to close out the game.
But at the same point, he did make a huge comeback from where he was, and now we only see that Vinny, just recently losing the percent lead as ZeRo starts to open up on him. Good job.
Little bit of misplay there by both players. Vinny for not taking that grab, and ZeRo.
And Vinny right there stealing a little bit of that 9B technology as he spoke about earlier. 9B in their match managed to use Nana's desync to Blizzard very well against Vinny, and Vinny felt like that was a lot more effective to start looking into.
I'm not sure what the down tilt underneath the platform read Vinny was going for there. It looked like a technical error to me, but I'm not sure what it was supposed to be.
Oh,
my God.
And that was a scary moment for Vinny, but got to recollect himself and realize he's still in this game right now.
Blizzard's very smart option as it beats Mach Tornado, but ZeRo will clutch out that edge guard, takes game 1, close game.
All right, so Vinny losing game 1, a very frustrating thing when dealing with such an elite Meta Knight as ZeRo, because as we know, that counter pick system is definitely going to give him a large upper hand now with that potential counter pick if it goes to game 3.
I like that ZeRo has adapted to the matchup tremendously. He takes his time because he knows you can't just straight rush ice climbers, but he's playing very aggressively. He's not willing to let these games go to time. He's trying to execute 3 KOs and not really going for the timeout method, which a lot of people just resort to when they get frustrated against ice climbers and don't know the matchup.
Yes, definitely. And also, he does an outstanding job of consistently building that residual damage on Nana. He gets heavy strings, and if he doesn't connect with the kill, he leaves Nana with that unmarked percent at a much higher level than Popo, making kill moves that much more viable.
We're seeing a lot of this platform camping, very smart. Smashville doesn't give him as much options. as many options, excuse me, to use his special move tricks. Mach Tornado retreating to 3 different options of a platform, up Bs onto other platforms. These types of tricks aren't available as they were on Battlefield, which is why I'm surprised it was allowed to be struck down to as the neutral stage. I almost think I would prefer Lilat as the climbers.
But as of right now, it has definitely been a game of Mexican standoff here as, oh, Vinny getting a very clutch grab there. Got himself in a tight position here with that moving platform. Can be difficult, but clutches it out and takes first stock with very minimal damage.
What is ZeRo going to do with the invincibility? He goes for down smash. I don't know if I agree with that. I think neutral air into Mach Tornado was the best option. The reason that I favor neutral air into Mach Tornado is because after a full neutral air on shield, this could normally be punished, but a short hop neutral air on shield into a Mach Tornado will do the most shield damage and almost certainly shield stab the opponent. Now, normally not a very safe pressure move because a short hop neutral air on shields like just raw is punishable. But with the invincibility frames, it comes out very quick. Neutral air hitting on frame 3. All he has to do is just drop straight full short hop neutral air onto the Ice Climber shield. If they roll, he can follow up, and if he tornadoes, it not only covers both options, but it will pressure the shield. So even if Vinny holds shield the entire time, you're almost guaranteed to get a shield stab on at least Nano.
Now Vinny breathing a sigh of relief for just a second there as ZeRo messed up an opportunity to get a Rufio, but comes back and manages to ace the full interaction afterwards, sealing Vinny's first stock down.
Vinny's taking his time, analyzing what happened in that last stock, how he could lose the momentum like this, because obviously he was hoping to get another grab before dropping that stock. He had both climbers in a pretty healthy set.
Unfortunately, Vinny has been experiencing quite a few trips throughout this match that I've seen thus far. I've counted about 3 or 4.
Oh, I thought I saw a pivot grab going to come out from Vinny there. Doesn't quite make that particular read, and thus far, ZeRo will live another day. He does get back aired off the stage at 104% now. D-tilt to down smash, goes for the fair, cross up, and now playing very aggressive. It's going to cost him here. Not lethally, though. Not a fatal cost.
But Vinny has done an outstanding job this stock for managing attack on percent on ZeRo. As we see, Vinny still in very...
Oh my gosh.
And that was a rough scenario, as this is going to seal it right here.
A pincer blizzard for 40% will put Meta Knight on ice as Vinny closes out that stock.
And man, oh man, I don't think I've ever had the pleasure of seeing that, and that was beautiful. Oh, all right. Vinny.
Double forward airs. Vinny getting in there now.
Yeah, starting to feel himself a little bit and warming up as we see right here. There it was.
After the grab, ZeRo concedes. It looks like the time Vinny spent analyzing after his first death was time well spent. He closes out that game. Solid 2 stock.
Very nice. Good adaptation there. Definitely what we want to see here. No quick 2-0. Definitely some evolution and really forcing a game 3 out of ZeRo, which, while it will be hard because the counter pick still stands in his favor, Vinny demonstrated recently that he is a Meta Knight that can go toe-to-toe with ZeRo down at Wobo, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Put on a great showing there. Brought it back quite a few games.
Absolutely. So now the set count is tied 1-1.
Yes.
And ZeRo will now have the counter pick advantage. Now, Halberd is usually one of his choices. I don't know if that's what he'll pick against Ice Climbers, but I can definitely say that, you know, it's going to look a lot different from that Smashville game. Vinny's counter pick was well thought out, very intelligent. He knows that he has the ability to platform cancel on the Smashville's platform, meaning that simply standing on the platform is not safe. And the stage is well designed for Vinny to have a lot of options there. However, whatever ZeRo ends up choosing is going to be heavily in Meta Knight's favor. He's hovering over Lilac Cruz right now. I don't know if this will be the choice.
Which would be interesting, as you made notes about Lilac just a little bit earlier in your breakdown.
Yeah, well, I mean, even if Lilac is a choice here, I would still prefer this as Vinny over Battlefield. I think Battlefield is just very strong for Meta Knight in this matchup.
I agree entirely, but this stage is no walk in the park either. Vinny, 2 trips deep already with only about 10 seconds into the match. But
a little surprised that ZeRo's not using Mach Tornado to chase these side Bs. It does enable Meta Knight to have enhanced aerial mobility and get to him, and especially stay underneath him while Ice Climbers gain that bonus mobility.
Now Vinny having a hard time feeling ZeRo out here. He's having a real hard time tracking him and boxing him in at all. So because of that, ZeRo has managed to really start to build up that residual percent and force Vinny into a somewhat frantic state.
This tornado will certainly shield step, and it puts
and that
Vinny in a very uncomfortable situation. He managed to get out of the second tornado as a follow-up. I'm not sure Why Tornado was the follow-up there. Vinny needed a second to collect his thoughts, so he actually retreats all the way to the edge. Not really a place you would normally put yourself against Meta Knight, but he knew that right now he did not have the correct read on ZeRo, and he simply needed time. Time is what he needed to get his mentality straight.
And also just a moment to rebuild that shield a little bit, because it has definitely gotten worn down from all the NATOs. ZeRo had pressured him with, ooh!
Costly.
Rough DI there from Vinny. Oh.
Invincible Nair off the edge.
Forcing Nana into that downward angle that left both climbers in no capability of helping one another.
Of course, in case you weren't aware, when you grab the edge, you are able to release the edge before your invincibility frames wear off. So you will have an aerial which is partially invincible, which is why ZeRo was able to beat Vinny's side B with the neutral air.
And Vinny showing that good motion with Sopo, but unfortunately, no magnet to the ledge there, ends up air dodging off stage. Losing that stock. As we saw last time, Vinny collected himself for a moment. Wants to get a chance here, feel the ZeRo out. Find a way to break down this defensive barrier, because as of right now, ZeRo looking very well on that first stock.
ZeRo misses a cancel on his Mach Tornado, lands at the incorrect height.
Ooh, and that breakup part is going to cost Vinny.
That was very smooth by ZeRo. Doesn't even try and hit Popo, simply negotiates his way out of the situation. And then Vinny, in an attempt to save Nana, puts himself in the range to be lethally punished.
Vinny got a little too dire there. That one separation by ZeRo was absolutely lethal for Nana. Vinny doing everything within his power to try and get closer, but unfortunately having a hard time.
I think for Vinny to come back in this game, he first needs to stop looking for this grab. ZeRo's willing to play low, which means his smash attacks are an option. Oh, a trip for ZeRo does give him the grab, but at any given point, a forward smash or an up smash would have gone through. Maybe not up smash, I don't remember, but a forward smash certainly could break the Mach Tornado. That would have ended the stock. And now is when he needs that grab. He can't fish for it too much. He's going to have to put a little bit of pressure on. ZeRo showing a very strong knowledge of Lilat, knowing exactly what he can and can't get away with.
And Vinny getting very lucky there from the angle that Nana traveled after that dare. Pushed her right back towards Popo, but if it had been a breakaway, we would have ended up seeing ZeRo pick Nana apart one more time. Ooh, and that's an opportunity. All right.
Patiently takes the forward smash. Can he convert it into a kill is the question. If so, he'll have both Nana and Popo going into final stock.
Oh, and a good re-grab. ZeRo putting the controller down, making the mistake of not paying attention throughout the grab. Vinny managing to follow up that misclick and re-grab ZeRo to close out that stock.
This is now a close game.
But now this is a problem because, oh, Vinny,
good
very
save.
Smart. Very, very smart.
Wow, ZeRo committing to a down air. Costly.
Oh,
Nana's pretty much gone.
Yep.
2%.
All right, Vinny gets the chain grab.
Big burden for Sopo to overcome. He does get the chain grab here. 54 from 2. 52 damage combo there.
This is going to be a very hard fight, though.
Up B? Yes, and that'll put him off the stage. A forward air is what I was expecting here to punish the Ice Climber's recovery.
And that might be it.
I'm looking for up air into down air traps. Back air sends him off. Vinny still lacks his jump. Again, I was looking for forward air there. Ice
Oh, Vinny, why? Oh, and it looked like an unfortunate misplay there from Vinny. Vinny taking an early trip out of bracket there, but gave a good showing.
Yeah, ZeRo advances to the next round of the tournament.